What's up, YouTube? Wanted to do a quick review of the Glowshift 3-in-1 gauge with the little pod here for the third generation Dodge. I've got EGT on the main, and then on the digital it has boost and tranny temp. Few things to note. First off, two of the wires are too short. The transmission temp sensor, if you're going to run it around to the testing port on the passenger side like they recommend, it's just too short. It won't fit. So plan on extending that, and then the power wire will just barely reach the firewall, and you need a few more feet. I'd add on probably 4, maybe 5 feet just to be safe to get to the fuse box. Works pretty well. I'll turn it on here. Oh, that's not showing real well. Well, anyway, you can see the temperature. It's at 102, 103, because I've been driving it. So it's reads pretty good. You can read it good in daylight with the high setting and read it just fine at night without blinding you at the low setting. Show you the pod here. They give you little push pins to put in to hold it in place. I didn't bother. It'll just kind of slide out like that, and it's just fine. And it slides back in and stays just fine. I've got about a foot underneath the dash. I want to show you the clamp in here. So because of the way it works, the way the clamp works and the tightness of the space in there, what you're going to want to do is run all the wires out through the hole, plug everything in, then put it in, then come back and put in your gauge clamp. Leave it loose enough so that you can adjust it. You can kind of rotate it to get it, perfectly level where you want. And then leave that extra foot underneath the dash for those wires. I think I can put that back in without having the other hand under the dash to pull them, so I'll do that off camera. I'll take you around to the front. If you have an automatic Dodge, there's a cutout. You can see right there. That is for the clutch if you were to have a manual. So that's what I went through. Just a piece of plastic, drilled a hole through it. I've got all of my sensor wires spiral wrapped. These two white wires, that's marine wiring that I had laying around. That's what I extended my power wire with. So you can see I have spiral wrap kind of up the firewall there. I've got the wire coming off for the boost sensor. You can see the pyrometer there, and then you can see where I added in an extension for the transmission temp sense. Again, it's just that marine wire. Works really well, good, durable. Got it zip tied to the, you kind of see right there. Got it zip tied to the dipstick, and then there's a hole down on the bell housing that you can zip tie to also. I put it in the test port. I do have an extended pan. I'm going to put the sensor back in put the sensor in the pan probably later, but for right now it's in the test port. So seems to work all right. Does everything I need. I assume it's accurate. It goes up. One thing to note about the gauge: it'll start at 68. So even if it's 30 degrees outside, it'll read 68 for the tranny temp until the temperature gets up above 68. That's about it. It's a good gauge. I recommend it. Yeah. Leave a comment.